Hi, it's Sam from Fat Girl's Journey to Wholeness, and I'm really excited about this video today. I had some feedback from some of you, and one of the questions that came back was, what if I don't know what I want? This is a really hard challenge for me today. And I said, well, what happens, excuse me, I'm just going to move over here. I feel like that light's too bright. What happens when you do sit down and try to, ask what it is that you really want? I guess I should tell you that the challenge this month is to take 5 minutes each day, just 5 minutes, that's it, to ask yourself, what do you really want? Then jot it down and keep that list, and at the end of the month you should have some repeats, and then you can really figure out what it is that you want to focus on. So here's the question: what if I don't know what I want? What if I can't figure it out? And so my response to that first is, when you ask yourself what you want, what is it that you do here? What is it that you desire? And one of the people that I talked to actually said, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to take a nap. I just want to rest. And I said, well, it sounds like what you really want is some downtime, some time in your schedule to slow down. So if you're having the same kind of difficulty where you stop and you ask yourself, what is it that I really want? And you feel overwhelmed, or you feel like the answer to your question doesn't make sense, just honor it. Let it be and write it down. Because at the end of this time, remember, we're going to take some time and evaluate the answers that we come up with and come up with some actual functional goals for ourselves. It doesn't have to be judged. Don't take this challenge or any of them as a way to judge yourself or think less than of the things that come out of it. Honor who you are. Honor the truth of what you're doing, because that's where we get down to the brass tacks of it. Sometimes we wind up getting stuck in this whole idea of what we have told ourselves that we want, of what our parents think that we want, of what our job tells us we should want. And sometimes it doesn't actually resonate with us, with our true selves, because our real heart, our heart wants something different. With that in mind, I want to just mention to you a couple of things that you can do for yourself. If you're having a hard time sitting down and answering that question, if you're having a hard time finding the quiet to do it, or you're not able to center, here's some tips, okay? Number one, find a quiet space that is private. So it's just you. We don't want to do this with the kids around, or our boyfriends or girlfriends, or our friend in the room next door that's, waiting on us. We want to do this in a time where we can actually focus. So take a moment and just ask yourself, take a big deep breath, ask yourself, what is it that I really want? Then when you've said that, let it go. Don't stress about it. That's the one thing that we don't want to do, is stress about it. So what is it that I really want? Close your eyes, and you can even do things, that you maybe learned in yoga class, or in school when you were learning to focus or calm your body. You can breathe in with the consciousness of breathing in one nostril, exhaling out the other. Something else that works really well is to put your hands together in prayer mode. I can't do it right now because I'm holding this thing here. But when you put your palms together and you put it in like prayer mode, if you actually pull that right into the breastbone, to your sternum right here, when you ask that question, you stop to focus, what you may find happens is that by placing the hands on the breastbone or on your sternum here, it actually helps you to center. It helps you to focus on just being present right here and now. Give yourself that 5 minutes. Give yourself the time to answer the question, what do you really want? And if you don't give yourself that time and really allow yourself to discover and investigate what it is that you really want, then you're continuing to live in that cycle where you just keep saying, well, it's because this is what I've always said I wanted. It's because it's what my spouse really wants for me. It's because it's what my parents really wanted for me. You know, whereas if you really give yourself that time to stop, breathe, and think from the heart, from the center, then you'll really start to discover what it is that you really want. So here are some things that some people have come up with that they say that they want, and they're not sure that it makes sense. Number one was, the answer to my question is that I want to move. And I don't want to move. I don't want to move anywhere. I like where I live. And I said, okay, so you want to move. What do you mean you want to move? Does that mean that you want to move careers? Are you feeling that sense of wanting to move because you need a shift in your environment? So allow yourself to really discover what your wants are, okay? Another one was, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. And this person has a very busy schedule. They are constantly working and doing for other people. And, when they told me that, I said, well, is it that you really want to just rest? You want to have time for you? That's okay. Allow yourself to have that. So, in answering the question, what do you really want? Remember, breathe. Come to the center, allow yourself some quiet time to answer that question, and then don't judge the answer that comes forth. Just write it down. We'll work on evaluating them towards the end of the month, and when we go into next month, to actually create the goals that are going to be measurable, that are something that we can actually do and stick to it. A friend of mine told me one time, we'll see what happens when the rubber meets the road. Because if you're in the moment, you're inspired, you're excited, you can do anything. But when the rubber meets the road is when life gets back to normal and you are having to, deal with stresses. You're having to cook dinner. You have to go to work. You have to drive the kids somewhere. You have to take care of the dog. Whatever your stresses are, whatever your daily challenges are, that's when the road comes into play. So that's why we're spending a whole month really discovering what it is that you really want. So that next month, when the rubber meets the road, we can deal with it. So I hope that this catch-up video, this update video is helpful to you. And again, just remember that if you have questions or if you have comments, you're dealing with challenges, you're facing difficulty with these challenges, that's why I'm here. That's the whole point of me doing this, is that I want to help people. I want to help not only myself, but I want to help all of you. So if I can, give me the opportunity to do it. I really want to. So if you have questions, difficulties, have ideas, want some pointers, if you're looking for simple meditations that last 5 minutes that maybe you think will help, reach out to me. I have a lot of resources. I have a lot of tricks in my toolbox. So, reach out, ask the questions, call me, text me, private message me, email me. You guys have a lot of ways to get a hold of me. So, remember, I'm here for you, and I hope that you guys are here for me too. And always try to find something to love and take good care of yourselves. Thanks so much, and have a great week. Bye.